everybody, this is Tatiana with Global Cooking Joy, and for today we are going to be making a New Orleans style fried apples with liqueur. So let's get started. For this dessert we're going to be using about half a stick of butter and we're going to melt it. We are also going to be using 3 apples that we have peeled and sliced, and I did add about half a lime to it to retain its color. Instead of brown sugar, we're going to be adding about 1 tablespoon of honey. We're going to be adding 1 tablespoon of raisins, 1 tablespoon of finely chopped walnuts. The spices that we are going to be using are cinnamon and coriander, about half a teaspoon of each. And then we're going to be adding at the end about 1 to 2 tablespoons of a nice liqueur or cognac. In this particular instance, I'm going to be using an orange liqueur. The heat should be at about a medium. Now this can be served with some cream, some whipping cream, either fresh or store-bought. It could also be served with some vanilla ice cream. You could also have it as a side and maybe not add the alcohol, and then you could have it for breakfast, for example, as a nice brunch for Sunday's brunch. Now once the butter has melted completely, that would be the time when we will be adding the 1 tablespoon of honey. You could also substitute this for half a cup of brown sugar. It's totally optional, or you could mix it with brown sugar and regular sugar. I personally don't like to use sugar or brown sugar as much, so I like to use honey. I think it has a little bit more of medicinal properties for that. Now, there are many variations of your fried apples. You have a southern fried apple, which you might have at maybe a Cracker Barrel, for example, with your ham and eggs. And that's pretty much the same foundation. You might not have the raisins, and you may not have the walnuts, and then you would, of course, be not also having the alcohol, and you would just be frying the apples. That out of here. Now the apples probably want to fry about 5 to 10 minutes on each side or each area for a total of about 10 minutes total. And I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit. Now this time we can go ahead and season this. We're going to use about 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 to 2 teaspoons. You can add a little more just to evenly cover that. And then something that we use in Germany is coriander. It's going to be about 1 teaspoon of that. Alexa, set the alarm for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
We're going to probably add in just another little drizzle of honey on top just to caramelize it a little bit more even. Maybe 1 more teaspoon, so you could add a total of to 1.5 if you want to add a couple extra. And you want to make sure that these apples are nice and soft when you're serving them. And nice and brown. The apples that I like to use are Fiji apples. I just like the sweetness, the consistency of them, and they're very large. You can find them at your regular grocers or farmer's market. Stir that nicely. And here you have a delicious dish, New Orleans style, fried apples with walnuts and raisins and a cognac liqueur made of oranges. And to go ahead and top it off, we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of fresh cream on each of the sides. We're going to garnish with a few extra walnuts on top. And there you have it. A delicious dessert from New Orleans. Thank you so much for watching Global